Good morning, it is Makané here, or good afternoon I should say. We're getting a late start because I had a morning COVID test to take, so I can be responsible about re-entering the world. Been sick but feeling so much better, just in terms of like not feeling half dead. And yeah, I don't know what it was. I don't think it was the coves, but seasonal changes are always rough. Emotional turbulent time. So we're working with the Heimdall deck. They're good at asking difficult questions, and I think what I've been hearing from other beautiful spirits I've connected with around the Ostara holiday. It's a time seasonally for embracing what's new. So there's a lot of old stuff that we're trying to let go of, like the patriarchy and bullshit, and there's a lot of beautiful possibility. So this card reading today is about how can we step into our purpose and this new opening for possibility for our higher spiritual evolution. Okay, and we have the sun. The sun is coming back, baby. Oh yeah, this is actually the first day where the sun is here for more hours than the night, than it's not. The sun is here for longer than the darkness. So that feels apropos. These cards have a little bit of a sense of humor. I'm trying to maintain my sense of humor as a means of preserving sanity. I hope you all are as well. The sun, preserving sanity, that is. Sense of humor, that depends. However best serves you to preserve your sanity. Yes? The sun, a gift. The sun is a labyrinth of spirals. The trees line up with an order never found in nature. It appears dreamlike. We have not returned to the ordinary world, but have moved to another level of myth. The sun shows an idea of nature, not nature itself. Divinatory meanings: joy and simplicity. Life is wonderful. Energy, activity, excitement, optimism, rational approach, confidence, sexual desire. And this is all about, I would say, just like re-embracing like this like idea that despite everything that's going on, the sun shines. If you're watching this, you're live right now in this moment. Flowers are starting to return. Beauty is returning if you're living somewhere where it snows, and if you're not, hopefully there is still a sense of returning to that idea that life can be what we want it to be, that there's hope for renewal, that the energy is not so oppressive. And it's partly up to us as well. Like, it's like, this is a new level of myth. This beautiful world. It's almost like the internet, like how we can project out the world we want. We can project out who we are, the life we want. We can show pictures at specific angles or of homes we don't own that we're standing in front of and like, look, I just bought this house. Like, we can do our makeup. We can speak from a certain perspective and only portray one facet of ourselves. So then in that way life becomes this new level of myth. And when we exist solely connecting through digital means, we sort of can lose track of what it's like to be in the world versus what the other reality is telling us, like this like other space. And like some of us live so much in this other space that is more real to us than the physical plane. Like, it actually starts to become a world unto itself. So this idea of another level of myth, it's like almost like the world, the physical world becomes myth, and we are entrenched in a myth so much that this other idea of like what it feels like to be in the here and now becomes mythical. So remember to go outside, to embrace the sun, to embrace one another, like in the way that it feels safe, in the way that it feels real, in the way that it feels intentional and present, and doesn't have to be forced from like, who does this person need me to be? Who does that person need me to be? Rather, like, who am I at my core? So just like remember for yourself what it feels like to be in the physical plane, and project that out. Project the rawness out, rather than needing to conform to how the mythical world declares like the rules should be abided by. Like, oh, I can only appear if I've done my makeup, fixed my hair, and feel like I look like a Kardashian, or I can only speak to someone if I am coming from a place of the kind of confidence that the vloggers I follow project. Like, just be you, and just be true, and speak the true. Rational approach, confidence. Confidence comes from self-esteem. What is self-esteem but like remembering that I matter, that I have my own way, my own idiosyncratic value and way of doing things and being in the world, and that's valid because it's me, because it's who I am. Like, not to get our ego confused with like just our own innate essence, but like what comes from underneath, that is like the self that is almost like the self that springs up when I'm just in joy, and when I'm just present, and when I'm just embodying like all the me's, all, and like witnessing myself with clarity. Also, I deserve to treat my body and myself well because I am alive, because I'm here. I deserve to feel healthy. I deserve happiness. Surely it's not something that is going to be handed to me. It's something that will arrive when I'm just in a pure place of being, when I'm not being oppressed, when I'm not being told I need to be something, radically different than what I am. Like, sometimes we have to, in a way, temper who we are just to be safe to each other. Like, maybe my anger, my upset is telling me I want to scream, but maybe that's not appropriate to do in front of a small child or an old person or someone I basically don't want to frighten. And I get to make space for the full expression of myself. So like, how does that look like in a way that's like embracing all and embracing myself, like that kind of fullness, like the self that's like, I understand that I am intimately connected with all those around me, and I will fully be who I am, and I want to fully embrace all. So like, with that weird inner it's a challenge to be like coming from trauma awareness and spiritual like language. Sometimes they don't intersect, but to me the idea is like almost like thinking of like your own inner angel. If like, if you can fathom that, that idea doesn't have to be religious, but this like higher good self, this like pure self, just like with like all the grace and all the light and all the like goodness of you, of your purest essence, just like embracing yourself first and foremost, and also with your giant enormous angel wings, just embracing all. Like, what does it look like for your heart to be taken care of while you're embracing others?